and we passed the Inflation Reduction Act to strike a dramatic blow against the climate crisis, set our planet on a sustainable trajectory forward, lower energy costs, strengthen the Affordable Care Act, lower health care costs, and drive down the high price of life-saving prescription drugs for millions of Americans. President Biden gets the job done, and the D in Democrat stands for deliver.
While Republicans engaged in middle-aged Royal Rumble and heated disputes over whether or not George Santos was in fact the first man on the moon, there's no dispute. He was. Democrats united behind one man for Speaker, the Honourable Hakeem Jeffries, and he delivered one of the most profound speeches on the House floor. Some would say he brought the House down. Okay, I'll see myself out.
But I also want to make clear that we will never compromise our principles. House Democrats will always put American values over autocracy, benevolence over bigotry, the Constitution over the cult, democracy over demagogues, economic opportunity over extremism, freedom over fascism, governing over gaslighting, hopefulness over hatred, inclusion over isolation, justice over judicial overreach, knowledge over kangaroo courts, liberty over limitation, maturity over Mar-a-Lago, normalcy over negativity, opportunity over obstruction, people over politics, quality of life issues over QAnon, reason over racism, substance over slander, triumph over tyranny, understanding over ugliness, voting rights over voter suppression, working families over the well-connected, xenial over xenophobia, yes we can over you can't do it, and zealous representation over zero-sum confrontation. We will always do the right thing by the American people. Our diversity is a strength. It is not a weakness. An economic strength, a competitive strength, a cultural strength. Our diversity is a strength. It is not a weakness. We are a gorgeous mosaic of people from throughout the world. As John Lewis would sometimes remind us on this floor, we may have come over on different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. We are white, we are black, we are Latino, we are Asian, we are Native American, we are Christian, we are Jewish, we are Muslim, we are Hindu, we are religious, we are secular, we are gay, we are straight, we are young, we are older, we are women, we are men, we are citizens, we are dreamers. Out of many, we are one. That's what makes America a great country. And no matter what kind of haters are trying to divide us, we're not going to let anyone take that away from us. Not now, not ever.
Now, this speech on its own would stand out from an overcrowded room, but listening to it after the debacle this week, it only further reiterates the difference between both sides.
The right person for the job of Speaker of the House isn't someone who wants it so bad. Maybe the right person for the job of Speaker of the House isn't someone who has sold shares of themselves for more than a decade to get it.
Simply put, Republicans don't care about governing. They care about hollow acts.
I rise to cast my vote to remember not of the Freedom Caucus, but for Kevin, the unanimously elected chairman of the Republican Study Committee, a businessman from humble beginnings, a leader, a true consensus candidate that can deliver.
Hearn.
Cheap laughs.
Rosendale.
Kevin.
Hearn.
in whether or not George Santos did land on the moon. He did, I tell you. They took 15 attempts to agree on a speaker amidst their own party. Why? Because they have an inability to govern outside of their own individual special interest. Their agreement to weaken watchdogs, empower extremists, and tip the scales towards special interests actually betrays the needs of their constituents and the American people. Meanwhile, Democrats, well, they're passing infrastructure bills, lowering insulin costs, forgiving weed offenses, and yes, there is much more to be done, but the reality is, who would you put your faith in to deliver on promises for the American people? This man?
We passed the American Rescue Plan, saved the economy from a deep recession. It was one of the most consequential Congresses in American history. President Biden gets the job done, and the D in Democrat stands for deliver.
Or these people.
To Donald Trump. And that was a reflection of weakness.
And what we've seen all this week is
our blue wall stopped the red wave and election deniers got denied election. That's why we're celebrating with the new Democracy Prevails team. We've got lots of work to do, but we should all be proud that when democracy was tested, democracy prevailed. You've earned this. Don't wait. Get yours right now at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.